Hi guys, my name is George Perez and I'm back at it again with Porsche Riverside for another walk around of our 2019 Macan. Just when you thought it couldn't get better, Porsche went ahead and did a facelift to the 2019 Macan. Now, for all brand new, all of them will come with LED headlights. This is part of Porsche's trademark. Now they have the 4 points, which is definitely going to give you a lot more safety on the road at nights. They do follow you on the road if you do get the PDLS Plus, so definitely a very, very nice thing. Taking a look at the bottom of the front end, you do have this more aggressive front spoiler. That's going to allow for more aerodynamics, allowing for more cooling and giving you a more reliable ride throughout the summer. Taking a look at the sides, as you can see, you still have the clamshell hood that has the holes cut out for the headlights. Looking at the wheels now, you have your 20-inch Macan turbo wheels, which is an option for this car. And they do come with this satin gray finish, which is definitely probably the nicest part of it. Now, I don't know too many manufacturers that do a bright color like this. This is something that was only on 911s for a little bit, but now they introduced Miami Blue for 2019 Macans, and I do have to say it does look pretty sweet. So you may be asking yourself, George, why'd you call the hood a clamshell? This is why. You have these cutouts for the headlights, which is very, very unique and cool to look at. Taking a look on the inside, we have our 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. As you can see right here, there's tons of space in here, tons of electronics and stuff going on. If you're a car person, you'll know these are the intakes, the motor, you have your PCM, you have your brake reservoirs. Now, if you're looking to just add a quart of oil in case you got a warning light, you do have your oil here, your coolant there, and your washer fluid in case you want to clean your windshield there. As always though, you can always stop by your local Porsche dealership. Now this also comes with a 7-speed PDK transmission. Now what's a PDK? It basically is a fancy name for a dual clutch 7-speed transmission, and let me tell you, Porsche makes the best in the game. Quick shifts, very easy to use. It truly is a manual transmission with no clutch. Now that's also very good in traffic. It doesn't bog at all and makes for overall comfort and safety inside your vehicle. Now in the clamshell hood, you do have your iconic Porsche emblem, which is its coat of arms. Taking a look a little bit below that, you'll see these tiny parking sensors. As standard, you do get front and rear parking sensors with the backup camera, which overall give you more safety and more comfort when you are driving your 2019 Macan. There has been only subtle changes. Porsche does want to keep its DNA in this and still make it look like a Macan, although making it better and better each year, which some of us just don't understand how they keep doing it. Now your 20-inch Macan turbo wheels are very nice and fill in the whole gap. You do have your front brakes, and if you take a look closely, you do have your colored center caps, which is a nice option. And if you see the end of the emblem actually always points to the valve stem. That's something that Porsche wants to do on every single wheel, so make sure you line yours up each and every single time. These do come in the satin gray finish, which in my opinion probably look the nicest and give you all overall the most aggressive wheel you can possibly get. It is a very, very nice looking car, and with the Miami Blue, it really makes it pop. So our 2019 Macan today does have the keyless entry system and the blind spot alerts. So you'll notice a black square on the inside of the mirror. That's going to let you know when somebody's in your blind spot. That way you can check your mirrors every time before you make a lane change. Taking a look here, you also have an LED turn signal here. And coming back with the keyless entry system, you do have this very nice and slick handle, which you can actually put your hand inside to unlock. And to lock, all it is a little touch right here on the side. You do have these door blades, which are unique to the Macan. You can actually get them painted to match, or you can get them in carbon fiber and other different finishes. It's all topped off with this side skirt, which gives the car a more aggressive and wide look. And then you do have this high gloss black trim here. Now taking a look at the rear of the car, this is where the Macan really makes its bread and butter. For the 2019 Macan, they also made a little change. They added this tail light that now goes end to end, which is an iconic Porsche look, and they went ahead and made it a 3D tail light. Now what I mean by 3D means there's no housing, you can actually touch it, and they put the emblems inside, which overall just give it such a nicer and more appealing look. You do have your Macan emblem here, which you can get painted to match the body color in black or a couple different options. Now you do have this spoiler on top that has your third braking light. Now a lot of people wonder what this is. It gives it a lot more aerodynamics and gives it all a more aggressive look, and definitely looks nice topped off in the high gloss black. Now to open the trunk, we have our button here. Taking a look inside, we do have a spare tire. If you do get the Bose, you get the nice subwoofer back here, and you get your carpeted floor mats in the rear. Now, in case of an emergency, don't forget in your first 3 years, you do have Porsche roadside assistance. So 1-800-PORSCHE can pick you up if you ever get stranded and take you to the nearest Porsche dealership. But in the rear, you do have this uninflated spare tire. Now you're wondering, what do I do with an uninflated spare tire? You do have a 12-volt here and an air compressor that comes on board, along with all your proper tools to make a wheel change on the side of the road. If you do get the Bose system, you have your subwoofer back here. Now that's gonna give a lot more thump to your sound and give it an overall better pitch and sound. Also in the back, you have these tie downs, which are really, really nice. So if you're ever transporting anything, you can lay all 3 seats down or in sectionals, and you can tie stuff down here. You do have luggage nets on the side as well as your front license plate bracket. And then the tailgate is adjustable. So if your garage is a little shorter, or if you want the wife to be able to touch the button with no problems, you just lower it down, you hold it down for a couple of seconds, and it programs to only go that high. Now with the keyless entry system, another really nice part is you can actually close, or you can close and lock. Now if you press the close and lock and one of the doors is open or anything like that, the trunk will stop to let you know something's wrong, and that way you can close the door properly. With the base Macan, you do get this oval exit exhaust, and you do get these LED deflectors down here in the bumper. Now with the Sport Design Kit, you can choose to paint the bottom in the color of the car, or you can keep it in this black finish to highlight all the accents. And jumping into the car now, we're in this beautiful Miami blue Macan. So taking a look, we have our giant infotainment screen now that shows our navigation. As you can see, when you activate your Porsche Connect services with your My Porsche account, you get traffic notifications, so it tells you that you're all good on the freeway. You also get turn-by-turns in this massive screen, and I can get it right here in my gauge cluster. So that way, if I don't have time on the road to look down on at my screen, I can see turn-by-turn directions right here. Now, another nice thing too is since I have outside lanes, I have lane change assist here, which actually will tell me if I veer out of the lane, which is definitely a nice plus. And then we have our blind spot alert systems here in the mirrors, so more safety features. Now the brilliant part about this car is it is built on a 911 chassis, so taking a look while you drive it, it feels very nice and stable, very quick. You have tons of acceleration out of the 4-cylinder engine, 248 horsepower with 250 foot-pounds of torque, so it's definitely a very, very nice driving vehicle. The nice part is you do have back seats, you have extra leg room, you're more than comfortable in this car, but you definitely feel like you're driving a sports car. Another very nice thing about the Macan, and all Porsches really, is all of the insulation we have in here. I'm going through this construction site and we have people breaking pavement, moving dirt around, and I can't hear anything. I have the music all the way turned down. You definitely feel like you're nice and isolated in your car, with still being able to hear nice engine noises. You can still hear things around you. All the leather on the steering wheel too is very nice to the touch. Something that's very awesome too in the Macan and also the Porsche is how close all the buttons are from you. So if I want to change my climate control, my driving modes, if I want to do anything on my screen, anything here on the steering wheel is all at a hand's touch, which is really, really nice. Something that is the brilliant part of Porsche is how safe you feel while you're driving. The brakes are nice and sensitive, the throttle is nice and linear, and the car definitely wants driver's input. It doesn't want it to drive itself, it wants you to drive it, which is something that all Porsche owners really, really love. Going through here through the orange groves, it's such a nice scenic view, and we feel like we're nice and bundled up in this Macan with the air conditioning, not even feeling the effects of the California heat wave. So here we are in the back seat of the 2019 Macan. Now built on the 911 chassis, this is the biggest benefit, is the back seat and the extra room. Taking a look here, I'm 6'3" and I have plenty of leg space here. This seat is exactly where I had it when I was driving, so I can move it a little bit forward if I need to. And you do have these leg slits for your rear passengers so they can tuck in their knees if they have to. You do have this nice little pocket here for extra things. On this side, you have your door handle, your window switch, and an extra compartment and or bottle holder. Now, you do have the standard interior in black in this car, and you do have these nice Alcantara inserts. Now, this interior is very nice to touch. Everything is very simple and easy to get around. A lot of people like all the tech and the gadgets, but they hate when they don't know how to use them. Everything here is very simple. Your climate control for the rear, you can make it a little warmer, a little bit colder. You do have these 2 air vents, and for the kids or for anybody in the back seat, you do have these 2 USB chargers. Taking a look here, you have your cup holders and an armrest. And remember, these seats are reclinable, so if you do want to put one of these down and have extra cargo room, you can at just the hit of a switch. You have anchor tie downs for all baby seats, which just pop off right here. And this seat in the middle is technically a seat with its own seat belt. You have your nice wire, your hangers here. You have a nice grab handle, and you do have LED lights in the rear, so you have tons of visibility at night. The rear windows actually come factory tinted as well. So in the California heat right now, when we're in triple digits, it stays nice and cool back here. So here we are in my favorite part of the car, the driver's seat. This is where you definitely get the feel that you're in a spaceship with all of the buttons and all of the different things you can control. Taking a look on the driver's door, you have your lock and unlock and your door handle. You do have your blind spot alert here. So the little red light that's on is going to notify you when somebody's in your blind spots. You do have this nice button to tuck in your mirrors in case you're in a tight parking spot. You have mirror adjustments, 4 window switches, and for the kids and the dogs in the back, you can actually lock the windows for them so they don't have any control of the windows, so nobody's accidentally putting them up or down. You also have a trunk open, and for the 2019 Macan, a really cool feature is you can actually close it as well. All you have to do is press and hold it down. On the left-hand side, you do have your light switches. I would recommend leaving them in auto, but if you do drive in bad weather, you can switch them all the way on and pull it out, and that'll actually turn on the rear fog light as well. Now we have our steering wheel. This is going to be the most important part besides the pedals. You do have all your controls here at the touch of a hand, and as standard on the 2019 Macan. You do have your volume here on the left, accept call, end call, and this little roller right here is actually for this window right there. So the screen is going to show you your vehicle temperatures, torque split, audio, phone settings, your navigation. Like I touched on, you can get turn-by-turn directions there and have it in satellite view, and you can also see your tire pressures and everything else like that. Tons of info you can get here. You can also see your icons to see if your cruise control is turned on and your lane change assist, so you definitely also know when all your safety features are turned on. This little diamond key is actually a personalized button. You can configure it to do a couple different things. I always like to skip songs, but there's a couple different options and features you can set it to. So here we are in the brain of the whole car, our new PCM. So as you can see, they replicated it to make it look like the Panamera and the Cayenne, so it all looks uniform. You do have your giant display here that shows all your navigation features, tons of drop-down menus to give you more personalized touch, and you do have tons of controls here. You can change your source of music at the touch of a button, your sound settings. We do have the Bose audio, so we can turn up the bass, turn on the subwoofer, tons of little things you can do. Media is going to show all of your stuff from your phone in case you want to listen to some Bluetooth music, your Apple CarPlay. Your phone settings will allow you to connect via Bluetooth. It takes about 2 seconds. I have mine set up right now, and it literally took almost no effort. In the app section, this is a real cool thing. So when you buy a 2019 or a brand new Porsche, you can sign up to our My Porsche account, which is for all Porsches. It's a free subscription for a short period. You do have all of these nice apps. We live in California, triple digit weather, and sometimes it's gloomy, sometimes it's hot. So we can get our weather updates, our news updates, gas stations in our area in case I'm running low on fuel. If I'm in a busy, crowded LA and I'm at a concert, I can check to see where the nearest parking is, and I can also see where the best restaurants are in my area. These are all little things that come with your brand new Porsche and allow for you to get the most out of your car. You also get real-time traffic updates, so in your navigation, I can actually see on the freeways how busy they are, get traffic notices. There's tons of construction right here on the 91, so I'll know to avoid it on the way home. So down here we have all of our different driving modes and air conditioning. Now you do have dual climate control as standard on the 2019 Macans. So same thing on both sides. You have your airspeed, your temperature, which is really nice. You can sync it up to both the driver's profile here, your recirculating air, defrosters, AC max, and a nice little button which most people don't use is this downhill assist. Now if you're ever in a steep neighborhood or any situation where you're only going downhill at like 10-15 miles an hour, you can set this and it's like a cruise control for downhill assist. So that way it gives you the most and you don't have to keep riding your brakes. Taking a look below that, we have our 7-speed PDK transmission, which is very nice. This is directly out of the 911, so it's very, very nice to have, and it shifts tremendously fast. Taking a look below, we have our heated seats, our direction of air, or you can put them in auto. And below that, we have our driving controls. Now, my favorite button on the car, sport button. You have your traction control below that. And if you're ever in some snow or mud, you do have your off-road modes, which definitely can get you through the worst of conditions. Now, remember, this is a Porsche, so it's not just a car to get around town or some easy driving vehicle. It's made to handle all conditions and all driving habits. So this car can definitely be pushed to its limits. You have your lane change assist on this side and your automatic start and stop for fuel efficiency. I personally like it off, so the red button means it's turned off. You have your parking brake here, which is easy to take off. Just put your foot on the brake and push it in. And in case your phone's running a little low, you have a 12 volt here, or you also have it inside of here. You have two actually an SD card, an integrated SIM, and two USBs here in the center compartment. You can also extend it for a different armrest, and you do have two cup holders here. Now on the glove box, it is able to be locked. You'll just have to use your valet key. And something most people don't know is actually below the seats, there's a little compartment. Now you may be asking yourself, what is that for? It's for sunglasses, keys, anything small. We don't have a compartment up here, so we put it right here under the seats. Up here, so this is for takeoff on an airplane, but actually in the Macan, it's for your map lights, your vanity, and you do have your garage door openers here on the side. In case you don't like the beeping of the parking sensors, it's at the touch of one button, and you can show off your panoramic sunroof to all of your friends right there. Now remember, I've always said Porsche takes safety very, very seriously. So here we have our front and rear parking sensors. The very nice part about these is they actually have this big cloud in space here. These will show you how close you're getting to things. They'll start off green, turn into orange, and then go into the red. You have all of the beeping and all of the drama going on, so don't worry, you'll know when you're getting close. And the nice part about the backup camera is not only do you have this beautiful panoramic view, but you also have a little display that shows you how close you are. And the best part is when you turn the wheel, it actually shows you where you're going. So for these tight spots, I know exactly where I'm turning into, and it inspires the confidence to drive my 2019 Macan. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up below, subscribe, and turn your notifications on. Share it all with your friends. See what your favorite part of the 2019 Macan is.